Oh my God! Oh, I can't believe who just walked into the radio station. Let me get through these Saturday Segway stuff. Doris Day doing My Romance. Nikki Sudden and the Jacobites from the album Robespierre's Velvet Jacket with a song called Romance. Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers and A Fine Romance. And then from the first Marx Brothers movie, The Coconuts, Groucho Marx and Margaret Dumont, well, him trying to romance her, as it were. And then finally, Jonathan Richman, This Romance Will Be Different for Me, from the album Because Her Beauty is Raw and Wild. I cannot believe who just walked in to the radio station, ladies and gentlemen. The one, the only, the guy who was the programming director, the guy who brought this radio station back almost single-handedly, not quite, but almost from nothing to barely something that it is right now. Sam Wood. Do I have to salute you because you're in the military or something?
No.
What's your? That's, believe it or not, unfortunately, that's the mic. Someone broke the mic stand the other day.
Nice.
Remember when you were around and I would find something wrong every single time?
I do remember that.
Sam.
Yep. All the time, every weekend, I'd get a phone call.
I broke this, Sam. This isn't working. This is broke.
Yep.
What's wrong, Sam?
Yep. I'd come in and it'd be like one little thing. And
I do that for Matthew now too.
do you?
Yeah. How much time? Can you give us like 10 minutes? Yeah.
I'm here for a while. Yeah.
Great. Let's talk. How are Sam Wood was the programming director from what was it 19? Oh no, 19.
19. Close. It was from. I started here in 09.
2009, and
Yeah.
you were with us until 2013, right? Or into 14 almost.
14. I was here until 14.
14.
For
And now, of course, Matthew Davis is our current programming director. But you were the guy when you got here, man.
Mhm.
What was the situation? How did the first time you came here? How did you tell you what? How did you even know that UNC had a radio station?
My freshman year, there was a couple guys who were in. They were in the journalism program, and they talk about that in the journalism department.
Yeah.
And so they ended up. A couple of my friends ended up joining the radio station.
Cool.
And from there, we just kind of found out more about it. But that's when the radio station only had like 5 people involved in it.
Right.
So.
Yeah. It was like that for a year or two. There was a point when you and I were the only people involved in the station.
So that was in 07, and there was only a couple people. And then I ended up joining in 08.
Oh, so that was before
Yep.
you even got it. Yeah.
Yep, and then that's when there was probably about the same amount of people. And my friend Logan and I, we had a Sunday evening sports show.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
And then 09 is when I took over being the director of the radio station.
And your master plan was what? To get people to know about the station, basically.
Yeah. So a big marketing thing, and I figured once people knew more about the radio station, more people would join, and then we were just kind of a big icon on campus.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, it's just wow. It's so good to. What are you doing back in town? And
I'm
here.
on leave. I'm on leave for a couple weeks. So
Weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually leaving tomorrow.
Talk to the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean? You were on leave.
Yeah, so I've been.
You
here
son of a
for-
bitch! You weren't even going to say hi to me. You were going to.
I was gonna pop in today on you. So. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, glad you did. So you're in the Navy?
Air Force.
Air Force.
Yep.
How's that been?
Great, actually. It's almost been a year.
And you like it? You enjoy? I mean.
Yeah, I do like it. It's exciting.
Why is it exciting?
Well, I work on the flight line a lot. So,
Okay.
Which is cool. You can see all the types of aircraft and stuff. I'm stationed at Scott Air Force.
What do you mean a
Base.
flight line? What is that? You're in a flight line?
Yeah, where the planes come in and you flew before. It's wherever the planes are, where they land.
Okay, well, that's a runway. It's
Yeah, it's called the flight line.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
So are you an air traffic controller for them? Is that
No, I'm a fueler. So whenever they need fuel,
Okay.
I go up and do that.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty exciting working with jet fuel all day long.
Is it?
So, oh yeah.
Why?
It's,
No, I'm not being whatever. I mean, what sort of...
it's just exciting to work on the flight line, which is cool, but working with the fuel because the planes can't go anywhere without the fuel, you know. So
Well, true.
it's cool being, having that part.
Are you taking classes too and other stuff, or?
Not at the moment. I'm about to. So
So in other words, what would be the difference between this and a job fueling airplanes for JetBlue or for Southwest? I mean, what do you do the rest of your time?
well, actually, with the fueling, I just kind of got promoted within the section.
So who were you? No.
There's actually so fueling is what like our main job is, but there's like more of the computer side of it, the dispatch side of it, and I just got promoted to that. So
Sweet.
I work on the flight line a little bit, but I'm more of an office person now. So.
Oh, okay. Oh, so I mean, I really have this image of you not pumping gas, but taking a giant hose and putting it into the tush of a plane.
Yep.
So that is what you, except now you're moving more towards worthless things of
dispatch. So when aircraft call in and they need fuel, I take that phone call and I log it into the computer. I also account for all the fuel that we have.
Now, do you have to get up at like 5 in the morning and then stand at Reveille at 6 a.m.? And I mean, what's
the Air Force is like you can pretty much picture it as like a 9-to-5 job, except we wear a uniform. So that's why a lot of the different branches don't like us, because we're more of, everyday, day-to-day people.
Right.
So no, I get up at 6 o'clock.
6 is still work. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to be to work at 6:30. It's just like a normal job.
No, normal jobs you work at 9.
No, I mean, I still woke up at 6:30 when I worked here and came to work.
Oh, okay, fair enough. You're right, fair enough. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, and then I'm off by 3:34.
And then what? What do you do? You can't leave the base, right?
I can. Yep. Air Force, just normal.
Well, where is the air? Where are you?
I'm stationed at Scott, which is in Illinois. It's 20 minutes east of St. Louis.
So you can go on an evening to St. Louis.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So what do you do? What's fun in St. Louis? I've never been.
The Arch is really cool. St. Louis Arch.
Okay.
That's really cool. They've got Missouri does a really cool thing. St. Louis does a really cool thing. At least all their museums and zoos and stuff, they're all free because the city pays for it. So you just go.
Sweet.
Yeah. So I've been to those a couple times. I really haven't gone off base a whole lot because I've still been in the training part of it. Like once I, had a good handle on fueling the aircraft, then I got promoted to the other section.
Fair enough.
So then I've been training on that.
So you have a little extra more time you have
so
to be
me,
there.
I'm kind of a bookworm. I want to get all my stuff done and
good,
all that kind of stuff. So
yep,
that's what I've been doing. I'm take a big test when I go back. So
on
everything. Yeah, it's like the way the Air Force works is you have different levels. So when you get out of tech school, you're a 3 level. When you get to your permanent party base, you're working on your 5 level. I'm about to complete that, my 5 level.
Wow. Do you have to stay in shape, or they don't care?
Yep. Yeah, you still you get PT tested often. You get it if you score below a 90. You have to do it twice a year. If you score above a 90, you only do a PT test once a year.
So, but again, it's not as if you have to do maneuvers and marching and any of that sort of thing.
You only do that in basic training.
But I guess there's a gym if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, yep. There's 2 gyms, I think.
Wow. And so you've been in Illinois this whole time?
Mm-hmm. Let's see. When I first left, I went to San Antonio. That's basic training.
Yeah.
And then from there, that's only 2 months. And then I go to tech school for about a month and a half, and that was in Wichita Falls, Texas. So pretty much stayed in Texas.
Yeah.
And then from there,
lucky you could get to St. Louis instead. Yeah.
Yeah. And then from there, I went straight to Illinois.
And they can take you anywhere, anytime. That's the scary thing. But do you think you'll still be in Illinois or no?
Oh yeah, I'll be in for a little bit. I'm supposed to be deployed sometime this year. So,
deployed.
Yep. And I don't know where that will be yet.
Where do they normally deploy people?
Usually like Kuwait or Afghanistan, Saudi Arabia, wherever in the Middle East.
There's a big difference between Afghanistan and Saudi Arabia at the moment. I mean,
right.
That's the scary part.
Mm-hmm. But with us, Air Force, we're not on the front lines. We don't need to be on the front lines, so.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But you still have to drive on the frickin' roads.
If it's a hazard area, they won't let us even leave base.
Yeah, because you're carrying oil. You're carrying fuel.
Yeah.
You get a roadside bomb, everything goes up.
Right. So, I mean, there are the risks, for sure. But
wow. How long are you? 1 more year, 2 more years?
No, I just finished. I'm about to finish my first year.
Right.
So it's a 6-year contract.
What?
Yeah. 5 more years.
I thought people went in and you could elect to go. But I thought 2 years, or maybe that's back in the day when they were drafting people.
Yeah, it was a while ago. They're 4-year contracts or 6 years.
Why did you choose 6 years?
Because I thought I was going to be in for a while. I like it. It's fun.
Yeah, but you're living in Illinois.
Yeah, just for now.
I know. No. That's the good part.
Yeah.
The bad part is living in frickin' Karachi or
Right.
in a tent.
Yeah, I mean that won't happen for a while. So I'm still brand new.
A while. You've got 5 more years, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And you can't leave because that's
Yep.
desertion. That's a problem.
There's ways you could get out if you really wanted to.
What are ways you could get out if you really wanted to? Besides acting
You just
crazy.
ask. There's humanitarian things, and there's ways to do it. You just have to.
Are your parents healthy? Hopefully.
Yeah.
They are. Okay.
Yeah. So, but there's way like.
And your venereal disease cleared up?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Finally.
Yeah. Finally.
I remember I would find oozings on the chair
Yeah,
when I come here. It was horrible. Yeah.
But no, it all depends on just your situation. So, there's a couple guys from basic training that I went with that are already. They didn't even go to their permanent party base. They got kicked out.
They got kicked out.
Yeah. Or they. Yeah. One guy, he ended up hurting his ankle really bad. And
Oh well.
the Air Force ended up taking care of his ankle, and then by the time he was healthy, they didn't want him anymore. So
Why would they not want him?
Air Force
anymore?
is very, very picky. So they're cutting people left and right.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I thought our military was so desperate that they'd hire
Maybe the Army,
raccoon.
the Army and the Marines, maybe, but Air Force, like we're having a thing right now. It's called force management. If you don't make the cut, or if you haven't been doing your job very well, they'll cut you.
But it's not a dishonorary
No.
discharge.
No.
I mean, you're
It wouldn't be honorary. It'd just be a separation.
okay. Now, when you put in your 6 years, God willing, and you're healthy and whatever, what do you get? What do you come out with for the rest of your life? What's the good thing that the military is like, oh, thank you for your service. We'd love you to stay, but if you want to go into private, whatever, go ahead. But
So the main thing that they do that a lot of younger kids go in for before they go to college, like I made the mistake of doing college first and then going in. But a lot of guys will go in straight out of high school, and the military will pay for your college. So there's 2 different things that they have. There's the Montgomery GI Bill, which is like what you get signed up for right away, and then there's a post 9/11 GI Bill.
yeah,
Which that is really cool because you can transfer. I can't remember the dollar amount. I think it's 50,000 plus or minus. I don't know.
Yeah. Into
the post 9/11 that 50,000 you can transfer it to your spouse or your kids or whatever, or you could use it. Montgomery GI Bill.
but if you don't have a kid or a spouse, when you do, it will kick in.
Yep.
So you don't have to have one while it's happening. You can.
Right.
That is all right.
Mm-hmm.
So are you post 9/11?
I'm still Montgomery GI Bill. You can switch,
Ooh.
but once you switch over to one, you can't. So like when I switched to post 9/11, I can't get the Montgomery GI Bill anymore, which is fine because I already have my degree. So
Right.
I'll still go. I'm going to use the time that I'm in the Air Force to get a master's degree because while you're in, they still pay for your college as well, and it doesn't come out of the post 9/11 or the Montgomery.
So do it. So are you already are you gonna?
I'm not. I gotta. The Air Force is really big. At least the enlisted side is really big on their associate's degree that they have.
Uh-huh.
I only need like 2 or 3 credits to get that because I already a lot of my credits transferred. From
So you
my
might as
master's degree.
well.
So I'll get that done really quick,
Yeah.
and then from there I'll go and get a master's.
But how do
degree.
you get a master's degree unless it's online? If you're moving around or going to.
Yeah, so there's a lot of good programs for online stuff for military.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I'm glad you're healthy. I'm glad you're liking it. I'm glad it's going well. I'm glad you're being promoted. What's the next step up after what you're doing now?
Let's see. Well, from
now. By the way, what's your? Are you a private?
No, I'm an airman first class, so I'm an E3.
E3. Okay.
Yep. So my next one is an E4. I should get that. There's a below the zone where you get promoted early.
Ooh, okay.
But E3 to E4 is usually an automatic thing. You just time in. If I get below the zone, I'll put on my next stripe in February of next year.
Ooh. So have you gotten more than a stripe already? Or?
Yeah, I have 2.
2? Cool. What did you do to get the second one?
I just did college, so right when I went into basic, because I already have the college background, it's an automatic for me.
An automatic stripe.
So, yeah.
Now, how are again, because you're not in the Army, not a Marine, you're not getting these lunatics screaming at you at
Right.
5 in the morning. Are there any crazy people above you, or are they all sort of like normal?
They're all pretty much normal. Even the officers, they're just kind of normal people. And it's at Air Force, like you hear the joke that's called the chair force because we are office people all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what it is. Like we're in offices and stuff. You know, there's people who go out and work on the aircraft and stuff like that. Like there's definitely harder jobs out there, but the majority of it is, you know, cyber, all the internet and stuff the military does. Like that goes for the Air Force and.
Oh.
Yep. So there's a lot of technology stuff that goes strictly through the Air Force.
Huh. Okay. Wow. Cool. So, how are things personally? I see you on your Facebook page. You've always had a girl on your Facebook page,
right.
But it's been the same girl for a little while this time.
Yeah. So Angela and I, she's in her junior year. She's a athletic training major. So.
Wait, junior year. She's in the Air Force too? No, or
here, junior. She's a
junior
here
at UNC.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So she's still got one more year of that, and then hopefully she'll come out and live with me. And that way, once you get married as well in the military, you get more money. So that's what I'm waiting for.
Are you saying that you and she are? I mean,
Maybe.
This is a serious kind of a.
Maybe. Yep.
Whoa.
I guess we'll find out in about a year and a half, 2 years.
Well, once she comes out there,
Yeah.
maybe live together for a bit, figure out if you, are that compatible. Because
Right.
how often do you get to see her? Well, this 2 weeks, obviously, you saw her a lot.
Yeah, it's because she came out for a couple days in December, and then I came home for Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Yep. The next time I'll get to see her will probably be summertime. So she comes out.
Well, yeah,
So
4
it's every
months.
couple months.
Yeah.
So.
Wait, when she comes out to see you, where does she stay?
In my dorm usually.
So you're allowed to fraternize and...
Yeah, yes and no. You're not allowed to have people past a certain time. But
Really?
I really don't care.
Well, wait, no, that could be a demerit or something if you're...
Yeah, I could, but, you know, the dorms have all, like, 18, 19-year-olds, so I'm 26 years old. And I feel like I have a better reason than they do. I'm old and I've already spent my time out away from mommy and daddy, and, like, I know I've lived life. I don't need to be babysat.
Okay.
So all my supervisors already know.
Well, I mean, it's fine. Well, they don't care if she leaves by 11 at night, but if she leaves at 11 in the morning, but they're like, it's okay.
Yeah, they don't care. I've already told them. You know how.
They know.
You know how I am about being in your face, and I'll let you know like what I'm doing. I'm the same person.
Oh, okay, that's true.
Yeah.
Do you miss radio?
Yes and no. I think I just miss the school more than anything, and doing stuff with the school doing stuff for the school with the radio. I think I miss that. I miss all the people.
Wow.
So.
Okay. Yeah, you were kind of a people-ish person in that way, and it was always that was the thing about you and the station. I'd get the station in people's faces, be out there for every club, every thing that was. Oh my God, they're both here! Look at this.
There.
This is the nexus of humans right here. We've got we only have one mic here, and one of the mics broke. Which I did not do, Matt. It was not I.
It was not you.
By the way, if you're not near that mic, you're not on mic. So you gotta.
It
Sam,
was not you.
You know
so.
Matthew, of course.
Of course.
Matthew,
Yeah.
this is Matthew Davis, who is the current programming director, who's doing a fabulous job. You'll never be Sam, but no one can be Sam. You're you.
True.
And actually, this is so good that I've got both of you because I am inviting you. I was going to email. Well, I Facebook emailed you yesterday, but I want you both as part of my 500th episode that's happening on March 7th.
I'm planning to be there.
Yeah, and we're trying to think of things to do. So if you can call in from
Yeah, I have to figure out my schedule, but
from Butchstup, Illinois, but
yeah. Yep.
no, he said you sound like in a great part of Illinois.
Yeah, it's actually not too bad.
How far is it from Chicago, though?
3 hours, I believe.
Oh, so that's a schlep, but St.
Yeah.
Louis is so close.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
St. Louis is nice. Everyone's a Cardinal fan. I can't stand it.
Now, let me talk a little bit, hang out just a moment, and then we'll get back to music and other stuff we want to do. But how are you doing, Matthew? I haven't seen you in a couple of weeks.
I'm doing just fine. My design just went up for my show, so...
Oh, what show are you doing here?
I was just designed Intimate Apparel that closes this Sunday.
Oh, I'm sorry, that show,
Yep.
the show that they're doing here at UNC called Intimate Apparel.
Yes, sir.
How do you like it? How do you think the show's going?
I think the show's going great. I've been getting the reports back.
A little closer to the mic. Yeah.
Oh, of course. We've been getting good reports back. The review that we got in the Tribune was
Oh, I
pretty
saw
good.
that. Yeah, that was monster review.
Which is pretty nice to have a good review from the Tribune here. Other than that, just a good process overall.
Good. What did you? So you were the sound designer for it, or
Yes, sir.
What were the challenges of designing that show for the Norton, which is a 99-seat in the round theater?
I would say biggest challenge, just matching volume level with actors' voices, as we're sitting there.
Wait a minute. Is anything they had to be mic'd?
Oh, no mics in the space, but we did have a couple music pieces where they were singing along the track that was playing, and we had to make sure that, while say in a proscenium theater like Langworthy, it's really easy for me to just walk around and say, okay, that sounds good. But I have to sit in every side of the theater at some point during the rehearsal process to hear that, okay, yeah, that level does work, and then one night it sounds great. The next time I sit in a different seat, it sounds crap again. The next seat sounds great. Oh, wait, so it's a process, but we got there. It's pretty easy once you just get used to the style of working in that space.
Cool. And I got a question from Rabbi Sal Solomon, who you know well.
Oh, I do.
A question. He's not here at the moment. He'll be here later. He's talking to a big theatrical producer guy. But he had a question about, there's an Orthodox Jew in the show, isn't there?
Yes,
Isn't there a
is.
Jewish character? You saw it, Sam?
I did, yep.
Yeah.
I did
How's the Jewish character? I'm wondering.
He's actually pretty funny. He's right on it, too.
Is he really?
Yeah.
What do you mean right on?
He plays the part very, very well.
Oh,
He
good.
dresses like it and everything.
Yeah. And he's believable. He's not like
yes.
stereotypical or anything like
No,
that.
I mean, he's very stereotypical.
Oh, he is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is he supposed to be?
To a point,
Yeah, I don't even think he's from Romania, is what he's supposed to be.
he's a
from.
Romanian Orthodox
Okay.
Jewish person.
Yeah.
So he plays it very well.
Oh, okay, cool. Does he actually circumcise people on stage? I've heard that he gets volunteers from the audience,
That I did not know.
and he takes hedge trimmers.
Maybe he started that after the rehearsal process, so I was not involved.
So let me, since you guys are both like the big radio people for this radio station, Sam, what are things that you told Matt to look out for when he took over sort of the reins of what you were doing, for the most part?
Other organizations or directors that are part of the school to try to take over the radio and keep it not student run.
Mm.
That was the big thing for sure.
So you wanted to make sure it stayed student run.
Yeah. That was a huge thing because that was my biggest fear. Because when I left, a lot of people thought that the radio was going to fall apart.
Yeah.
So they were going to try to get their hands on it because it's pretty valuable, I think. That was a big thing, and then I guess keeping people's interest. The more people you have at the radio, the better it'll run for sure.
Well, yeah.
So, because I've been there when it's only a handful of people, and it's been hard to get the station.
Yeah,
to
and
run.
that was 3 fingers on that hand, basically, at that point. Yeah.
Pretty much. It was pretty rough. So, I guess those are the big things.
And what about you, Matt? What have been your challenges? Well, the renovation for the past 9 months, but yeah. Which, by the way, Sam's first thing Sam did when he came in here was it you had not been here yet, or you must have been in the past 2 weeks?
No, I haven't seen this. This is the first time I've been in here. Like the flooring and everything that's done. Like I put together everything that was supposed to be done with the flooring, but I never saw it in place. So it's the first time seeing
And
it.
it was Matt who put up these tiles, basically himself, I think. Yeah. So what's been the challenge here for you, Matt, the past few months?
I would definitely say number one has been the renovation, and
Yeah.
that's still ongoing in some ways. We still have one of our rooms, our recording studio, that has not been finished, and they've been in contact with me about we need to move our gear and stuff out of there.
Right.
We also use that gear pretty much on a weekly basis, so it's kind of we're slowly finding creative ways to store it so that we can get them into that space to get the work done.
Yeah.
Other than that, I guess the biggest challenge has been I've been working on specing out some new equipment for the studio.
Woohoo!
I think I told you that we're looking at a new soundboard,
Right, yeah.
and that is out to bid, and hopefully I should have some prices this week, and we will be able to look at possibly getting that installed around spring break.
Oh, sweet. And a new mic stand.
And a couple new mic stands.
Well, actually, yeah, we should have more than 2 mics, come to
yeah.
think of it. Yeah, yeah.
They'll
Yeah.
be all operational here
Yeah,
very soon.
and all on the same volume level. That kind of needs to happen.
That I change, I promise you, every week. And every week someone comes in and tweaks it just a little bit different. So
Yeah.
one of these days I'm just going to put a big plexiglass plate over the top of the game until I can get a brand new soundboard in here.
Because I don't wear headphones when I do this, but then when I go home and listen to the thing, it's like my mic is either way too low, and then, they're both. I had them both set equally, and then I'll hear like the other mic is squeaking. So the next week I'll come in and I'll jack my mic way up and theirs way down, and it's still, I'm always trying to compensate, and it
We'll
never
get it
quite.
figured out for you.
Yeah.
No problem here. 2 hours long.
Now the other question is, when you had all the that big radiothon marathon thing like a week or two ago, trying to say, hey, we're here, we're back, we're renovated. Where are the DJs? Are we having them now? Are there lots of shows coming in?
There's been a good deal of new shows that have come in.
Good. Okay.
We're always looking for more. We're still trying to get new students involved, and also we're looking to get old students involved who maybe fell behind in their studies and had to focus on that as opposed to the radio for a period of time, or maybe have come over a different, harder part of their academic career. They're kind of coasting into their senior year and just want something simple to kind of relax into while they're waiting to leave and go get their diploma.
Yeah.
And then also what we're really looking forward to is we've seen a big influx of freshmen both this year, and I believe we'll see a large influx of freshmen.
Well, that's
next
already
year.
in the fall. We're talking not now.
Yeah, that will be in the fall. But we've already seen a lot of interest from prospective students who came in on tours, not necessarily for the studio, but just for the school in general. When we talked to them, they were very thoughtful about possibly joining the radio.
Neat. Well, yeah, we'd love to have them. This is a student-run radio station. I'm the oldest person here by like, not double. I'm almost triple at this point. The oldest maybe almost. I'm not that old, Sam.
I'm pretty old.
I'm 51.
Now, I mean, I'm not there anymore. I was the closest one to you for age, and then now I'm gone.
And now you're gone. Yeah, I'm still far and away.
Yeah.
Is it? That's not me, it's Aaron.
Is it?
Well,
Aaron?
I can't hear you when you. What did you say?
Yeah, I guess I was going to say I'm almost the oldest person on the board.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
So yeah, that's your.
But I think we have a guy, Aaron, who's our one of our board members. I want to say he's like 23, 24.
Ooh. Yeah.
So.
And faculty and alumni wanted to do shows. We never think of that. But maybe not alumni so much, of which I am. But faculty could do if they wanted to. We just haven't really approached them. But
Very possibly. It's something we could look into in the future.
yeah, they could do shows when kids couldn't or whatever. But anywho, well, it's wonderful to see both you all. I mean, it's so good to see you, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Good. You were here for 2-3 weeks and didn't bother to say anything to me.
No, I've been studying for my test. I've just been locked up in my apartment. Just hanging out.
Actually, yeah, where have you been staying here?
My apartment still.
Oh, you haven't... Why'd you kept an apartment for a year?
Because I can't move all my stuff in my dorm.
Oh.
My dorm's the size of the closet. This radio station's bigger than my dorm.
Well, yeah. Well, do you have your own... But you don't have to live with somebody in there. A bunk or a real bed and all that sort of thing. Cool. However, you, Matthew, have a bunk for no particular reason.
Oh, yeah.
And you have a drill sergeant who wakes you up at 4:30 in the morning. I don't know why.
It's my cat.
Okay. Wow. Well, it has been delightful. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for being on the air with us here on Dave's Gone By. I expect you, hopefully live on that day, because I'll be on from 9 until 5:21 in the afternoon on March 7th, on that Saturday for the 500th, 501 minutes, get it, episode of Dave's Gone By. You stop in, Matthew.
Oh, absolutely.
You call in, and if you can't, then we'll pre-tape something. But I hope love to get you on and do the real celebration. But it's a celebration really to see you guys.